It's Angela with an unpopular opinion. On the CNN town hall with Donald Trump and Caitlin Collins, I know there's a lot of commentary and opinions out there about why CNN shouldn't have done that, given him a platform. I agree that people shouldn't give him a platform, but the reality is he is still a threat to our democracy. He's still running for president. He still thinks he's invincible. And my opinion is different from most other opinions that I've seen. I'm a huge Midas Touch fan. I am a loyal watcher and listener. I even have their shirt on. But I think they're missing the mark on this one. I think Jon Stewart is missing the mark. I think a lot of people are missing the mark. Here's my thought. CNN has not been doing well since they started the both sides issues, and I get that. And I know that they have at the top a right-winger, and I think they attempted to try in both sides things, and it wasn't working for them. So here's my theory. I think there was a production meeting where everyone sat around and discussed how they could change the narrative. The only way to do that is to let Donald Trump dig his own grave, which he's very good at. So this is what I think. I think they said we should get him on, we should entice him and get him agitated. Who better to do that than Caitlin Collins? She is, I think she's fantastic. She doesn't get rattled. She is unwavering. She is kind of a bulldog. And that has been proven by her time at the White House with Trump and with Biden, actually. Remember, Biden had to publicly apologize for snapping at her. So she is a hard ass. So put Caitlin Collins out there, give Trump whatever he wants so that he will appear. Obviously, that audience, in my opinion, I think he hired that audience. There were people that worked on his campaign that were seen in the audience. And I honestly think that he hired these people and that he wrote the questions himself for the audience members. This is my theory. Because he seemed prepared for those questions. He had his tweets in his breast pocket. He was prepared for the audience questions, right? But he wasn't prepared for Caitlin Collins' questions. And he did get agitated, and that's where they wanted him. That is exactly where they wanted him, so that he could show his true colors to the American people. And I've heard other commentators say, but we already know his true colors. Well, no, we don't. Because if you look at Truth Social, he has pictures of himself as king. He has pictures of himself standing next to a lion, walking with troops of military and law enforcement personnel, walking through the streets of the United States like he's going to be this, wartime leader. It's ridiculous. And then, of course, there are the NFTs, right? Where he's a superhero, he's a cop, he's a whatever, a horse wrangler, cowboy, a rock star. It's ridiculous, right? We all know he's insane. And to say that CNN is giving him a platform is, in my opinion, a little hypocritical, right? Because all the other networks are sharing what he posts on Truth Social. They share the videos. They have clips of him with Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson and all of that. So we are all giving him a platform. We are all covering the indictment and the arraignment and the arrest, right? So he is still very much out there and still very much a threat. So I think CNN is doing the country a service by letting everyone see and starting the conversation about how insane he actually is. The lies run so deep, and every time he opens his mouth, he incriminates himself. Jack Smith is eating it up because I'm sure that these clips will end up in court as evidence that he stole documents, as evidence that he showed these documents to people. I'm sure that, E. Jean Carroll will probably bring another defamation case. Anytime he opens his mouth, he's digging his own grave. There are even, cartoons that have been drawn of people handing him a shovel saying, here, go have another town hall, right? So my opinion is an unpopular one. But if you read what Chris Licht has said, and I'm paraphrasing, but he said something like, it is important for the American people to see and hear this man. And I agree, because he is running for president. If he gets in the White House again, that's the last president we'll have. It will not be a democracy anymore. He will be the MAGA king. This is his vision. He is that crazy. So I think everyone's kind of giving CNN a hard time, and I really think that was their whole intention. Get him on there, get him agitated, let him dig his own grave, and then discuss how insane he is. And that's what happened with the panel discussion after the whole town hall. And that's what happened the next day with Anderson Cooper saying, I totally understand if you never want to watch this network again. Yes, because if I'm CNN, either way, whatever outcome comes of this town hall, they're in the conversation. Everyone is referencing this town hall. Everyone is talking about how insane Donald Trump is. These are clips that are going to live throughout history. So I am the unpopular opinion. I think CNN was strategic in this move. They're in the conversation. They have restarted the conversation about how nuts this guy is. And I think it's important to continue to let him dig his own grave and, like Ben Meiselas always says, call it out, which is what they're doing. Caitlin Collins was calling him out. And by all means, I think Caitlin Collins did a fantastic job. If you break down all those clips, she asked appropriate questions. She asked difficult questions. She mentioned January 6th. She mentioned the documents. She mentioned E. Jean Carroll. All of these court cases that are pending and investigations that are pending. She brought all of that up. Whether you liked her approach or not, he's very difficult to speak to because he talks over you, and then he had no answers. He would be like, right, ready? Are you ready? I'm going to give you the answer. Ready? Why are you saying ready? We're ready for the answer. Can you give us an answer? No, you can't. And then at the end, Byron Donalds, he couldn't give the answer to say that Trump lost the 2020 election. This is the conversation we all need to be having here. We all need to be having this conversation, because if he gets in the White House, this country is over as we know it. Don't mean to be dramatic, but that is actually where we are. So I think we should cut CNN a little slack. I think we should look at it at face value for what it is, that this is the real Donald Trump, not the Truth Social Donald Trump. That is the real Donald Trump. He is a liar, he is a coward, he is a fascist, and he wants to be the king of this country. So beware, everybody. Keep the conversation going. This is Angela Calo, reporting live.